No, I mean, yeah, man, that's a solution to you, man. Because like I said, I think when you're in the business world, because I think, more than anything, I try to look at it through like that perspective of like, man, this is a real brand who really like, we're able to get that key and, being able to brand themselves. Like, and because like I said, it's global. People are wearing it. Like, I know when you throw on some Backpack Boys, you gonna feel like that man. So like to be able to have, that element to your streetwear, bro, like that's, I don't know, man. Like it's almost become like a Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it was you gotta have that Louis on you or something. Now it's like you got a nice backpack, merch, whatever. You nice. So like, what's the mindset behind that? Because I think that's just like I said, a whole nother avenue to your business.
The merch.
Yeah.
To slowly transition from only cannabis brand to like lifestyle brand.
I like that.
That's kind of really like a huge goal of mine as well. I think we're going in the right direction. There's still a lot more time. You know what I mean? Still a lot more needs to be proven type shit. But the merch is huge though, bro. Like, and not only that, but to try to keep all kinds of different types of merch coming in, and fashion is big, man. And it kind of goes hand in hand with everything. So I was like, fuck it, why not? If other brands can do it and be a success, that's a huge thing in me, bro. It's like if I see somebody doing something, like I'm really that, and I really believe it. Like that I think that's actually the difference, and that's why maybe I get some of the results that I get is because, yo, bro, I really be believing that shit. When I'm like, yo, if he could do it, I could fucking do that shit. If I'm seeing him with that, bro, I could get like 3 times of that. Like, but that's where I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if I'm crazy for, but I really be believing.
That's a dope way to think, bro. Really.
I swear to God, like it's one thing to say that shit. You know what I mean? And but then to really like you are holding only you are gonna hold yourself back, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like only you.
Yeah, your own limitations.
Like literally, as simple as that sounds, not everyone gets the true meaning of that. So to where like it turns into like actions as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Damn, that's what I'm saying. Like you just, because I think that's what you got to do to be the Brady's, to be the LeBron. Like you got to be like, yo, I just seen somebody break that record, but I'm next.
Man, I mean, and if not, try to get damn close, bro. Like at the end of the day, I know this. Anything that maybe I haven't succeeded in or anything like that, like I guarantee in the end, I can look in the mirror and I can be like, yo, you gave it what you got. Because I don't be half-assing shit.
Right.
I don't half-ass nothing. That's just not in me.
I mean, and like I was going to bring up your MMA background, like, because it's like you can't, you're gonna get killed if you do, right, in that ring, or like even before, like you got to be able to train. Like, can we talk about that actually? Because right now my brother in boxing, so I've been taking him, so I've been trying to get into a little bit. But
how old's your brother?
12.
So dope.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get him started right now. So by the time, because he likes it, so just got to keep taking him really. But yeah, bro, let's talk about that, because you said you had you actually went pro, right? You actually went pro in MMA.
I was 4-2 as a pro.
All right, hold on, Javi. Can you show him my medal real quick? I got that medal, bro. Come on. Nah, but I actually did martial arts too. For sure, bro. For sure. Right now, honestly, I just wanted to see it, but nah, it ain't that serious, man. This shit was when I was younger. But I just believe when do you think there's a certain confidence? Because I think even as an adult, bro, do you think that, let's just say for the average person, bro, like you working 9 to 5, but you still trying to be fit. Let's just look at it that way, like health wise. Do you think it's been able to help you?
MMA?
Yeah, MMA.
Everything. Like you're here talking to me because of that. Like that's literally what saved me. 100%. That was my outlet that saved me. That was what put everything into perspective for me, to show me like, hey, yo, this is how you need to be doing things. This is how you need to view things. Like I had to get punched up and choked out a bunch of times, like to actually really get it. But sometimes, bro, it's how you got people like that.
No, yeah, that's part of the sport. That's part of the sport. But
no, I'm saying like you got the motherfuckers that learn the easy way, and then you got motherfuckers that learn the hard way.
You literally got to get choked out.
Throughout my whole life, bro, I've always had to learn the hard way, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I was that kid.
No, yeah, and I mean, honestly, bro, I've literally heard myself say that before. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, man, I always learn the hard way, like, because I don't know what it is, but yeah, like, MMA. So not only, does it help you health wise, and you said it was kind of like an outlet. So did it become like a passion of yours? Like,
nah, yeah,
so
bro.
you just dedicated a lot to?
100%. If I still to this day, if I don't train throughout the week, bro, I feel off. Other things will suffer. Like just the way that my energy is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's really important for me. Like it's definitely like a drug to me. I'm addicted to it. I love to like that style of competing with somebody, because to me that's like one of the most truest forms of competition between men.
Like mano a mano, like,
you feel me? Yeah. Like me and you, nigga, like who's feel me, who's superior?
Yeah.
Type shit. But like you can't really get that shit's real. And what the thing that I like about fighting is like really at the end of the day, like there's no faking that shit.
Right.
Like there's no faking fighting. Like you could tell me how good you is. You could do all that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna see. You feel me? Like you're gonna see real fast if someone's full of shit if they can't do it. You know what I mean? And whether it's boxing, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's wrestling, MMA, kickbox, whatever the fuck it is, like you can't fake that shit. And that's one of the things I love about it.
Yeah.
You can fake everything nowadays, bro. Like that's a whole saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, you can buy followers and shit. And
like fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Like I don't know, bro. Like there's not too many things that's pure like that still to this day, and that's one of them.
Yeah, and yeah, I just think people just want, like I said, just want everything now. So yeah, you're a student in the game, like just in general, like
for life.
Right? You're a life student. So like, do you tap into certain like mindsets, certain people? Is it just kind of like intuition? Like, what are you really like tapping into for like new information?
Whatever makes sense that I stumble across. You know what I mean? Whatever. If I come across it and I see that shit and I'm like, yo, like that looks for real, then I'm gonna take heed. I don't know if it comes from you, it comes from him, comes from a magazine, comes from a fucking internet article, whatever. Full comes written on the wall, like whatever. Like, you know what I mean? My eyes are open, my ears are big. You know what I mean? I be trying to pay attention.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I pay too much attention. You feel me? Like I pay too much attention, and next you know I start overthinking and I start doing all that type of shit, and that's just how I roll, bro. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but I'd rather be the motherfucker who's always paying attention than rather not.
Right. No, for sure. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it is like you just picking up with your intuition telling you, like you said, you just.
I feel like I have a great intuition, bro. I feel like that's like if I was a comic book character, like that would be like one of my special powers type shit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I got a good ass intuition, bro. A lot of the time when I feel something, like that shit is for real. Like that shit is for real. And the times that I thought otherwise, it fastly got shown to me that like, nah, like that wasn't the case.
Do you think it's something like you developed, or is just you just like, as cliche as it sounds, you were just kind of born with it?
Nah, I feel like definitely like to right now, the one that I have now, just life lessons has made it as sharp as it is now. But I kind of feel like since a kid, bro, I could always sense when something wasn't right. You feel me? Like I had a general idea of like when I would be in certain situations around certain people, like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like this don't feel right. Like something is weird right now. Like I could kind of feel that.
So, and then in that you were able to put it into your brain and all that, right? And then,
well, yeah, but sometimes I didn't do shit. Sometimes I was in situations like that, didn't do shit, and had to learn the fucking hard way. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that was one of the life lessons I'm talking about that ultimately turned it into as sharp as I feel it is now. But
like, my bad, but these life lessons, when you're going through them, what are you telling yourself? Because I think afterwards, in hindsight, everyone's like, oh man, that's not a loss, that's a lesson. But when you're in it, it don't really feel like a lesson yet.
Nah, hell no. Sometimes it might not feel like a lesson till like a year later, 2 years later. Fucking, I don't know. Sometimes it could be a week. Sometimes it could be a day. I don't know. It depends on what fucking type of lesson that it is. But I'll tell you this: any like for the most like real valuable lesson, like that shit is shown like not too quickly. You feel me? If there's one thing that I've learned throughout life, bro, is like that. That's what it is. Like anything worth something, whether it's a lesson, whether it's a fucking whatever the fuck it is, that shit usually takes a little bit of time, bro. Feel me? Nothing usually comes like that. You know what I mean? Like overnight type shit. Sometimes, like, you know, motherfuckers win the lotto and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, so like shit like that happens here and there, but like nah, for the most, bro, anything worth something, it took a while.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, and I think that's why it's able to be so concrete, right? Because like you said, you put all those life lessons behind everything, and I think that's why, you know, you obviously you're so wise because of it. I seen, my bad, I wanted to talk about this when you came in, man. You Peso Pluma, he made a song about you guys. Yeah, that's sick, man. And I think it just goes hand in hand with what you guys got going on, because it's like he's popping right now, but then you guys are like starting to peak right now, or not peak, but like starting to hit that of like, man, you guys are really in your prime. Peak is the wrong word, my bad. Really hitting your prime. Do you guys have like any future goals with the brand right now that you're working on?
Bro, the goal for the most every single day is to just try to wake up tomorrow with the brand a little bit better than it was yesterday.
What does that kind of look like?
Usually with like numbers with the store.
Okay.
Like maybe numbers with the store, maybe fucking followers on Instagram, maybe more clients, maybe another merch idea done, maybe another bag design picked up, maybe another collab done. I don't know, for the most, like, there's just always got to be something getting done, bro. But that's ultimately what I want to do, because, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't just sprint. You don't just go hella fast. Some days you got those days where you only went forward that much. But I tell you, it's better than going back that much. You feel me? So, but you also got those days where, you know what I mean, you shine that day. And you fucking and you moved, you know what I mean? So it's all different, but basically, long story short, I'm just trying to continue to just go forward, bro.
So right now, I've heard you say in an interview, man, like you have freedom, you have ownership of your time, and I think I preach that so much. Where it's like, man, I'm trying to get to that point, because I really believe that's the only way you can really live your life. If you clocking in somewhere, you at the end of the day, you got somebody telling you what to do, so you're not really living your life, but you got it to that point. So now, like, what is your life like in the sense of, like, do you have routines now that you can kind of implement because you don't have a boss that you got to listen to?
So look, check it out. When it comes to that, bro, that was another thing, bro. I knew. All right, so look, my uncles, my mom, and all, just like the rest of us, right? You know how you used to have to do yard work, right?
Right,
bro. I knew at a really, really early age, bro. I did not like that shit. I did not like that shit. I didn't like doing that shit. I didn't like work. Bro, I don't like any type of like work. I don't like that shit. Fuck that. I knew that shit at a real early age, bro, and I knew that I wasn't the best with getting told what to do. I like to do what I do when I want to do it.
Right.
Like that. That's how I am.
Yeah.
And I ain't wrong for that.
No, for sure.
I'm not wrong for that. You
Hell
know what I mean? So, but I knew that's how I was. So I knew, as far as like when it comes to like work and shit like that it wasn't gonna go down like that, bro. Like, realistically speaking, I think I've had like literally, bro, like one fucking job, bro, for the most. Like, damn. Literally, like my whole life, bro. I was always hustling, bro, some way, shape, or form, bro. Whether it was fucking CDs, whether it was tapes, whether it was weed, whether it was something else. Always, bro. I always was trying to do something. I was never the motherfucker that was just sitting back not doing nothing. Always doing something.
Yeah. And then, excuse me, yeah, that obviously transfers to who you are now. So, so being that hustler, do you kind of see like a lot of people starting to kind of gravitate towards that mindset, like the people around you on a daily basis?
Now, you know what? Believe it or not, bro, like, and maybe that was another reason why I've been fortunate to be successful at hustling for the amount of time that I have. I don't know, bro. Like, I've been lucky enough, and I think a lot of the time too is because like I know how to treat motherfuckers. You feel me? Like I know how to do business. I understand the concept of business, and I also understand that if you do business fucked up, you can get fucked up.
Right.
In the sense of like other situations that we're talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm very aware of that. You know what I mean? I never want to be that guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I basically just. you know, I lost my train of thought.
Nah, you're good. Basically, hey, Backpack Boyz, I'm telling y'all, man.
Shit fire right here. What the?
Nah, we was talking about just. I think it's just like, oh, the people around you, bro. It's like, cause I'm with you right now for whatever time we've been here for, but it's like, man, this shit is inspiring. It's motivational. You know what I'm saying? So do you see like the people around you? They kind of start grabbing on that energy and be like, hold on, like let's keep building this shit.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. Okay, so going to where, bro, I've been lucky enough to where like, bro, I've always done good with selling shit.
Yeah,
I've always done good with it, bro. Like I always have people have always throughout my time of doing this shit. Like I've always had success with that, and I think it's also like an energy that people feel, and you know. So yeah, I think you're right. And then also, bro, like I feel the people around me, they feel me. You know, it's all works together. It all works together. I feel.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely contagious. Like I said, it's contagious. So someday, you know, when somebody not feeling, I'm sure that shit can get picked up real quick because it's just around you. Yeah, man, because I think environment is everything, right? Because I think that's what keeps us from getting this type of information. Because I don't know, man. Like I said, when I look at your story, it's like somebody who really kind of made it out of nothing, man. Because let me ask you this a little bit about your background. Like, was it like? Because I heard you say a little bit about it in an interview, but were you raised by a single mother?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My mom, well, so my mom was, it was like kind of typical in the sense of maybe until I was like, I want to say maybe around like 8, 9, maybe around 10, some shit like that. But my mom, you know, she would go work at the bank during the day, and then she had a little side hustle. She'd do balloons. Feel me? My mom was always out working. You feel me? My mom, you know what I mean? She was a single mom at the time.
She had to do what she had to do, yeah.
And, you know what I mean? At the same time, I don't know. I don't really take my grandma and my grandpa as in a sense to where they be talking big shit like that, but I also don't just see them letting shit slide. So she probably knew she had obligations to fulfill as well. But nah, so I was, that's basically what that was. Single mother with that. I don't know my father at all. I just actually kind of started talking to him not too long ago, and he did some bozo shit, so I don't even talk to him no more. But yeah, my mom was everything to me, and my grandparents.
Yeah, man. And honestly, like, I hate to be selfish because I'm gonna talk about me, but your story literally sounds like mine. And I think, like I said, there's certain like hustler mindset you get out there that I'm trying to really push out right now. So yeah, bro, I love that because you made it out of nothing, bro.
So look, in the sense of this, like going back to what we were saying earlier about the fucking shit takes time for you to actually get the like the lesson of the shit, right? So like before, like growing up throughout my whole life, I've always been curious, bro, to know what it feels like to call somebody dad or ba or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like I've always wondered that, bro. Like I've always wondered how it feels to do that. And, you know, I never had that. So, and I never quite understood it. And it was like, fuck, like maybe growing up, it's kind of like, why me? You feel me? A little shit like that. And, but then now after even meeting my father, or not even really meeting him, but like talking to him on the phone and seeing like
some type of communication or whatever.
Nah, meaning like, bro, like he did some bozo shit. And now it's kind of on some like, yo, bro, like okay. I never even like I ain't never needed that shit anyway. Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like going back to like I'm gonna stop that. I'm the only one that's gonna stop me. You feel me? And now look at him. You feel me? He got a son. Like I know that fool want to talk to me so bad, fool. Damn, like, I know he does. Like I know I would.
Yeah.
I know I would. Like I know I would, bro. Like I know I would, and I know that shit eats him. You know what I mean? And I know I don't lose no sleep over it. You know what I mean? And so all in the end now, it also transitions into me being how I am with my daughter. You know what I mean? And me never being able to do certain things that was just natural to this fool. You know what I mean? So I didn't get it at the time, no. But now, like I see it clear as day.
No, yeah, respect to that. And I think I heard you say earlier, I mean, I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but you said you already broke one generational curse. Is that kind of like what you were talking about, like really being a father?
No, I was talking about get some money.
Okay. But do you feel like you're breaking another one of just like, man, you know, do you feel a little bit more?
He's the only piece of shit I feel in the on that side of my family. Like my grandfather was a good dad. I don't know too much about too much, but from what I've seen, he was a good father, and but then also you're also talking to a guy that never had one, so what do I really know, right? But fuck it.
Nah, I feel you.
But in the end, though, you know, he's the only one though that doesn't talk to his kid.
Yeah.
But like I said, bro, it now I see it, bro, and in the end, it made me be able to keep my chin up in situations maybe when other people put their chin down, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And maybe that also what is one of the reasons why my hustle be the way that it be. I don't know, but it all boils up into something, and I just know that, you know what I mean? Like, a motherfucker's a lot stronger now, you know what I mean? Because of without
right. Because I mean, essentially, you kind of just always had it figured out, like. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of became a part of you, right? It's like now you just do it in a business, and that's why you're successful as you are.
Bro, really, business is really, really simple, to be honest with you, bro. Like, it's everything is very, very simple. People just blow it and make it way, way harder than it really, really is. Like, it's really simple, bro. You if you're dealing with weed, you feel me? Like, get the best weed that you could get. You feel me? Do the coolest shit you could do with it. Put it in front of somebody's face. That's something that they're happy with doing. And bro, it's simple, bro. They come back. You feel me? They come back and they keep coming back.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a good product, you know, like you said, it doesn't really have to be weed, but universally, it's like, man, if you have a good product, people are gonna want to buy it. And my bad, but do you think like people don't have a good product usually because it's like what, they don't want to make the investment, they don't want to take the risk?
Well, a lot of the time, people always do want to take shortcuts. So, yeah, so like, say, for example, I'm the guy that'll be willing to pay, like if I see something, right? So say I see two things, right? One is substantially cheaper than the other, right? But it looks good, everything, this, that. It's like, I'll be the guy that pays more. You feel me? And I'll be the guy that maybe even makes a little bit more. But by the time I probably ran through 5 by the time you ran through 1. You know what I mean? On some shit. And so I understand that. And I also understand, bro, that you just gotta treat people right, like in the sense of you give them what they pay for. Mm-hmm. Feel me? Try to be on time with the shit. You know, and just do proper business as far as that. Just like you would want. I mean, the same way you would want it. Like, you just always, and as simple as it is, like, be like, oh, bro. But motherfuckers don't do that shit. Right. Motherfuckers don't do that shit. Motherfuckers always trying to take a shortcut. And you do that and it catches up.
Yeah. And one word that I wrote down here was a chameleon, because I think you have the skills and the knowledge to be able to do business with a bunch of types of people. And I think that's just a really good skill to have. How do you think you developed that? Was it just like life, just meeting different types of people? Was there a certain person that told you, you got to start getting along with all types of people?
Nah, bro, fucking that's dealing with a bunch of different people in all type of different circumstances and situations has just been how it's been for me. And especially like as an entrepreneur, that's gonna kind of be what you're gonna have to be able to mix up in all kinds of different situations. So you better don't get gun shy. Get up in there with it. You know what I mean? And try to just do the best you can, and then after that, try to come back better the next time. But as far as talking and like being able to communicate with people, I feel like I've always been okay with that, because I also understand, like, I feel like I have a pretty good concept of how to just deal with people, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just kind of comes firsthand.
Not everybody really knows, but yeah.
No, I can see it, man. You definitely got the it's just the, what is it called? Like, trying to look for the word when it's just like not authoritative, but it's like, you know what you're saying, bro. You're not gonna say it for no reason. And I think, is that kind of what you try to do at this point in your life, where you're like, everything has to be with a purpose?
I was gonna use that exact word. A lot of the time, bro, I don't want to be the guy that's just talking and it don't mean shit. I mean, like, a lot of the time, like, yeah, if I say something, I would like for it to have some fucking purpose. I don't want to just be saying senseless shit. You know what I mean?
As you're stepping the ladder, do you kind of feel like that's what it's transitioning to, as far as like even just like, you know, obviously you have your time where you're able to do the MMA, where you're able to just do what you do, but do you feel like it's kind of like every move you're making is like kind of getting to that point where you got to know where you're going, it's got to be worth it type thing?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, it got to be worth it, but then also at the end of the day, I got to be happy. I got to be happy with what it is that I'm doing, because at this point, like it ain't even about money. Like it's not even it's no longer, like, don't get me wrong, like of course, like yeah, we want to try to do that, whatnot, but as far as like it's no longer really about that anymore. Like, you know, now it's about legacy type shit. Like I did all, like, you know what I mean? I did a lot of burying and a whole bunch of little shit like that as far as when it comes to the money and like having that as my main focus. But like I said, now it's a little bit bigger than that.
And that's what I'm saying. There's levels to this, man, because at one point you are kind of grinding for the cheese, right? You're grinding for the money and then being able to get here. So do you feel like you as a person, your purpose changed now that you're able to be at this point now?
I just try to keep being pure with everything that I'm doing. I never try to let the shit change me. I never try to, like I said, going back to what I was saying earlier, bro, like I always want to be humble with everything on there. But then also to say this though too, you can't get fucked up being humble though, in the sense of this, like, bro, my boy be telling me that. He always be telling me, he's like, bro, fuck humble, bro. We're being aware. You know what I mean? Like we're being aware nowadays. And I feel that too. You know what I mean? You just gotta kind of know of when to do both. But like being humble is just naturally in me, bro. I think due to the martial arts and just me as a person, period. You know what I mean? I've never been really one to run around pumping my chest type shit.
Right. It's funny because I've literally said that before. I was like, man, like awareness over humbleness, just because, you know, you kind of just at least know what's going on. But I think you're right. Like, I think humbleness is just, you just a genuine dude who's just going to say how it is. So I think, you know, that's dope. And MMA, like you said, man, it keeps you real humble when, you know, you're beating someone's ass, but then, you know, they get you the next time or whatever. And yeah, man, that's salute to you.
No, it's funny you say that because I use that analogy. I'm like sometimes when people say something about being humble and then I talk about that, I'm like, yo, bro, like it's kind of hard to not be humble when for like 10, 11 years you were getting punched in the face every single day. Feel me? You were getting punched every day, or like having to fight someone choking you, or like every single day you were getting that. So like that, if anything, it'll keep your feet to the ground. It's that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna get an MMA membership tomorrow or something. I was thinking about joining boxing because I think it is, because you look at the Joe Rogans, you look at these guys, they do it, and I think it helps them be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's just a real, on a human being level, like, man, being able to go to combat every day, like
that would be the best thing, bro. Not even on some like to go and try to fight people or no shit like that, because that's not what I try to do. That's not at all what I ever try to portray or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. If need be, like, of course, like, yeah, I could get down if I need to. But for the most, what I love about the martial arts, bro, is what it did to me as a man and the way that it's changed my views of life and just the way that I step as a man with morals and, like you said, purpose and honor. You feel me? And not everybody understands that shit, bro. You feel me? You gotta kind of do that shit to actually really understand what it is that I'm saying. You know what I mean? And not too many people, even that word right there, honor, bro. Like not too many people really like truly stand on that and really like even take that as a thing nowadays. You know what I mean? But I do. You know, like I said, morals, honor, all that shit, bro. Just the way that you treat another person. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, bro, motherfuckers will be like, bro, I don't even see why you sit there and talk that for. You don't even need to talk to her. Just like it'll be like at a random event, and I'm just on some like, yo, like, I mean, don't like I don't like when I feel it's time to go, it's time to go. But I'm always respectful, bro.
Yeah,
always at all times, bro. And I can never see it no other way.
Facts. So let me ask you this question now. Like, if you were to put words into it, put it into words, what is an honorable man to you?
Honorable man to me is someone who takes care of his family, someone who takes care of the people around him, someone who leads his younger peers the right way, doesn't take advantage of people. Everything that the motherfucker does is genuine. You feel me? In a sense, like he won't never do something for money that he won't do for free. Not a rat. Fucking don't fuck with kids. And on some shit like that, bro. Like, but that's for the most what I. But big one is like you take care of your family. You take care of your family in the way you treat people. Like that. That's like the main thing. Because that right there, I feel is like what is what creates a lot of karma for the person. Like how you treat. Because not for 1 second do I ever forget what goes around comes around. Bro, I never forget that. Bro.
So like karma in a way.
Bro, what goes around, like it, you feel me? Like that shit all goes full circle. So you go do some fucked up shit to somebody, you know what I mean? Like if you think for 1 second you're gonna get away with it, like bro, you're not. It might not, you know what I mean? You don't know what the fuck is bound to come, but bro, it's just not. And I'm real big on that shit. You feel me? And so I step knowing that. Yeah. And with that in my mind.
That's real. I was just thinking about, now that right there, the last 2 minutes you said just got me thinking. But yeah, no, I think an honorable man, definitely should, like you said, follow pretty much all those things. And I think, like you said, in my opinion, like when you see an honorable man, like I think the biggest thing you said was like just being genuine because, you may not have all the answers, but shit, bro, like if you just be authentic, you know what I'm saying? Just be who you are.
Sometimes if as far as for me, if I don't know the answer, I would just tell you, yo, bro, I don't know that. I don't know. Like shit, we gotta figure this out.
Right, but you gonna figure it out. That's the thing, yeah.
But I can't be the blind leading the blind. I ain't gonna lie, brother. I see so much of that, especially like when you start talking about like in fighting. Oh my God, bro! I see the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, you gonna get this guy's ass beat,
bro. I seen it. Like I've seen it. I've seen it happen. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen so many times. And so yeah, no, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Even going back to when you were talking about leadership, I can never be that guy who's not on the mat, sweating, bleeding with my guys. You feel me? Like I would see parents like that sometimes when they would bring their kids in and they'd be riding the kid, bro, just riding the kid, talking hella shit to the kid, demanding so much out of the kid of something they would never do.
Damn.
Feel me? Something they were scared to death of, but they were so much of a pussy that the only way that they could really truly live it was trying to do it through their kid. And because their kid was being a kid, you feel me, and showing vulnerability at a time because he's a fucking kid, you feel me? You want to go in on this kid. It's like, nah, bro. Like, don't try to take your little inner, because you mad at yourself really, out on your kid. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't do that. And not only that, but anything I ever fucking would ask any of my guys is something that I've already done 20 times myself. You feel me? I'm never that guy, bro. I'll never, bro. And if it's about to be the first time of everything, I'll do it. I'll do it first. And then after that, so like you'll never have to question anything. Like you'll know, like, yo, Juan been through that. He been through that. Like I trust this fool. Like he would never steer me wrong. You feel me? This nigga's done that plenty of times. You feel me? That's the way I'm moving. You feel me? And that's what I feel is a true leader is doing. You feel me? He ain't sending his guys out there on some dumb shit. You feel me? Like he'd rather get hurt than his guys get hurt. You feel me? Straight up.
Yeah. No, that's real. Because nobody wants to be that, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of businesses, a lot of people, just their egos just want them to be that guy, but it just sounds like you're just so, like we all going to do this together. Like I'm going to put you on, like, and that put you on mentality, I just don't see enough of it, Do you see that? I mean, we kind of talked about it in Crabs in the Bucket, but let's say even in the industry, do you feel like you see a lot of people kind of get held back just by like their own, like, nah, this is just going to be me, like I'm finna be that person.
There's been a few cases of us seeing that with other brands and stuff like that, and it's unfortunate. that it be like that. You know.
No, yeah, facts. Because
it is what it is. But see, people. If there's one thing that I know is like people are gonna always be people. You feel me? So like, bro, like there's been a bunch of fucked up shit going on for a long, and always like backstabbing and like just funny shit, right? Funny shit has been going on for a long time, so you always just got to be prepared for the funny shit. And you know, that's just unfortunate that sometimes people don't have the same vision, because a lot of the time if they work together instead of against each other, like the results would be so much more of what they would really want.
Right. Yeah. It's. I think Nipsey Hussle, I watched one of his videos. He said, "Create, not compete." Right. Like, let's collab. Like, come on, let's make some fire shit. I think that's what works. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like some off the chart shit, I think sometimes like some collaborations like really hit. Like, I just seen Ice Cube. He just did a song with like a banda or something like that, and I was like, you know, that's pretty sick, because it's like you just mixing. You know, that's pretty like off the charts, but like, I think just the idea of like being able to, you know, open to collaborate. Do you guys like collaborate as like as a brand? Is that something you guys focus on, or is it like the right opportunity you say yes? Or
so nowadays, going forward, yeah, maybe like in the past it would be a little bit more. I'd be like a little bit more, would do a lot more of that, but now I'm kind of starting to see that not everybody works like me. You feel me? So I'm tired of like picking up the slack for people sometimes, in a sense, right? Like I only am kind of interested in working with the people that are willing to put forth the same effort that I am. If you're not, it's cool. Like it's cool, but I can't work with you.
right.
You know what I mean? And then not only that, but then also going forward, like say in the sense of this, right? So say me, I'm gonna go do something with somebody that's like way more established than me, right? Like they got way more shit going, and really they're doing me the favor to work with me, right? Like, so say I'm in Juan's in that situation, bro. I'm not gonna match your effort. I'm gonna do so much more. I'm gonna do so much more, bro. That's gonna make you be like, yo, like you're gonna want to keep working with me, and you're gonna want to keep me right by you, because you're like, yo, this motherfucker works, bro. I don't gotta tell this motherfucker nothing. This motherfucker's on it. You know what I mean? That would be me. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll collab with some motherfuckers, or I'll throw a motherfucker a bone, and bro, they just fucking sit and they just don't do what they're supposed to do. And I just chill, because I'm gonna give you the rope to hang yourself.
Right.
You feel me? On some real shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna give you the rope to hang yourself, and then you gonna do it, and then like I'm just slowly like probably not gonna answer your call or like shit like that. Right. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how that's gonna go. Like everything's gonna, and then if the time comes, like, hey, yo, bro, this, like, all right, look, bro, let's be honest now. You brought it up. All right, this is why. You feel me? Like, and why I don't even understand why I gotta explain that to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you shouldn't even have to explain it, but like I said, people like to make things harder than what they really are.
Yeah, that's true.
And in a sense, though, it's kind of cool, because it makes it easier for the guys who get it. You know what I mean? It makes it easier for us.
Just weeds it out, like you can tell right away.
No, in a sense of like it makes us easier to be more sick, because we get it. You mean, there's already so many motherfuckers that don't.
Right. You know, it's funny. I heard a quote one day that said, if you were to take all the money in the world and distribute it evenly, like it would still end up in the same place. Just because it's all about, like you just said, like you're gonna attract that right back just because of who you are. Like some people got it, like you said, some people don't, and until you try to, you know. And I think that's the challenge, is just like trying to get it there, and that's what we kind of do, and I think that's why these conversations are important, because they're timeless. Like at one point, you know, someone else might be where Juan is right now, but then you gonna obviously be somewhere else, and you can still give them game about now, or just like, you know, it's like. The way I see it's kind of like a cycle. Like it's kind of like you're paying your due diligence in a way.
Facts. No, that's always going to be the case. I'm always going to try to pay it forward. I'm always going to try to, like I said, going to try to guide to the light. You feel me? Like a lot of people don't want to get a sauce. Yeah,
it's people get selfish.
So look, this is the whole thing. Even with like, say, cuts of weed. Like when I say cuts, like clones of weed. like, nah, bro, don't give him that. Don't give, and a lot of times, like, yeah, don't give him the cut. If he ain't cool, if it ain't your boy, like shit like that, like don't. But like, it doesn't really necessarily matter because I could give you the cut that I grow that's like that A1, you know what I mean? Shit that makes buku amounts of bread. I give you the cut, bro. It don't mean you're gonna know how to turn it into what we turn it into. It doesn't transition into that at all. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like people be so scared. And a lot of the times, bro, genuinely people do not want to see people doing better than them. And I'm actually kind of like the opposite in the sense of I'll be the first motherfucker to shake your hand. If you're doing better than me and you beat me at anything that we're doing in this shit, like damn, bro, you must have really worked your ass off because I know I do. So I'll be the first motherfucker to shake your hand. You know what I mean? And
that's real.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, that mindset is rare. And yeah, because then at that point, you're not even blocking your blessings in the sense of like, if they are trying to work with you or like, if you are trying to learn something, because it's hard for me to believe that you learning from somebody and you hating on them at the same time. So, I think, yeah, just being able to, and I think that's why you got, you're getting so far. It's like, you have that student of the game mentality. I think that's what it is too,
Yeah, the second that a person feels that they can no longer learn or anything like that's a huge red flag, and that's a problem. That's really like the beginning probably of the end for that person.
Yeah.
Like forever in life, bro, like we're always gonna be learning something. Always, like no matter what. And like I said, like anyone who doesn't think that, it's like you're fucking burnt out, fool.
Yeah. Sheesh. Nah, yeah, man. We definitely we did an hour. I appreciate you for being here, man. I like this conversation just felt so natural, bro. It just feels like I'm cutting it off right now, but we usually do about like an hour or so. So yeah, man. Any shout outs you want to do before we head out?
Shit, man. Shout out to my whole team, man. Whole BackPack Boyz squad. Fuck. I don't even want to start naming names. I fuck around, forget somebody, whatever. But shout out to the whole squad, man. Anybody who helps me, I appreciate it. If I ain't told you, but I appreciate you, and I'm sure I do tell you though, because that's just what I do.
Yeah, not real shit, man. And shout out to you, bro. Like for one, for coming for sure, but just sharing your story, man. Like I just believe more people just need to hear it, And I think that's what we're gonna try and do is just try to get this out. And yeah, it's real inspiration. I think this is like the best motivation you can get, like from someone who's actually doing it right now, from somebody who's been, through a bunch of obstacles and then is still here and is still willing to take their game to the next level. So I'm excited for BackPack Boyz. I'm excited for you, bro. Like I'm just excited to keep, being a fan. So I appreciate you for coming here for real. Appreciate that, man. Let's do it. Come on.